Why do horror games add dogs and then make them disappear? Leave the dog alone. We've done this before. We annoyed a lot of our fans in The Devil and Me by killing a dog, and we weren't quite aware what a response it would have.
What are you doing? Are you insane?
I think it's ironic that sometimes people are okay with kids dying, but if the dog goes down, that's terrible, so I'm sorry. Why do horror game characters always split up? If we're ever in a ghost house together, let's believe I'm glued to you like a toddler at Walmart. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the things we love doing in a Dark Pictures is putting you in a horror movie. You know, like that whole thing of what would you do in this situation? And so many times in horror movies, you're crying out at the screen and saying, why did you do this? You know, I wouldn't have done that. Well, now you have the opportunity to it. And it kind of goes right back to some of the moments we even did in Until Dawn. There's a great bit in Until Dawn where one of your characters starts hearing a voice calling you, and you know that character's dead. You know it's a ghost. But the amount of people that have carried on investigating that noise, and even when prompted again, do you want to go closer? Yes, they go closer, and then eventually... That's, yeah, putting you in those opportunities, and that whole idea of just choices and how you're going to respond to it in that situation is our bread and butter. Why do horror games always have that one section in the middle of the game that's so traumatizing because you're incapacitated for the whole segment? Our goal with horror games is to take you out of your safe space, to put you on edge, and we joke about it as creators that everything we're trying to do is so evil. You know, like in our games we have choices, and one of our goals with choices is to make it feel that no matter which decision you make, you're left with a sense of loss. And similarly, in our games, when we're trying to put you in the moment, like with Directive 8020, we're introducing threats into the game that can kind of hunt you down and kill you as you're moving around. The goal of that is to put you on edge, is to terrify you. If we've traumatized you in a good way, we've done our job. I don't understand, why do horror games use songs from the 1890s, 1960s for horror? Like, it's always the most soft and poetic sweet-love songs. How is that scary? Some people go, yeah, well, I guess that's true. I think that we see a lot of horror recently shaking that up quite a lot. Horror at the moment is going through a bit of a golden age and a bit of a renaissance, and we're seeing movies with much bigger budgets, much better productions, and loads better music as well. Why do horror games try to poorly replicate children's drawings instead of getting actual kids to draw the thing? Yeah, I've seen this in movies, especially, where you see some kids drawing a picture and it's like, no, that's drawn by a concept artist. It's way too good. It's tricky to get hold of children to draw with sometimes, and you have a real intent in mind sometimes with some of these things. Why do horror games always have this thing against hospitals, mental patients, psychiatrists? There's a kind of serious point there. I think that horror has historically made a few missteps in the way it treats mental illness, and I think it gets better over time. But at the same time, I also do appreciate the fact that the idea of mental illness is just naturally horrifying, and anyone who has experienced it in a severe case happening to family members or stuff, it is a source of terror. So done respectfully, I think it can be really good. Done poorly, obviously, it's just insensitive and wrong. Man, why do horror games always got your character running so effing slow? That's not supposed to be running when someone's chasing you with an effing knife. Yeah, we've improved our character speed in this game absolutely loads. It was in fairness, we've had quite a few criticisms about this in our previous games. With this one, we have overhauled the movement system and made you much more responsive and quick. At the same time, I think everybody's had those dreams, those nightmares where you're running through treacle, and so sometimes I think in games it is intentional. I know a lot of survival horror games intentionally slow things down in order to add that kind of laborious process. So you're trying to, I can't get away from this thing, you know. So I think I get it. If Among Us and Alien Isolation had a baby, yes. We started this game with an idea of a monster. We wanted something that could shapeshift, that could infiltrate your crew and kind of pose among you. So yeah, Among Us, Alien Isolation is one of my favorite games of all time. The Alien universe is a huge inspiration for me. Aliens, the movie, is my favorite movie of all. I watched it when I was really, really too young, and my babysitter put it on when I was a young teenager. So yeah, love it. And it's been a big inspiration to me. R.I.P. the one and only curator, Tony Pankhurst. May his legacy live on with this game. Yeah, amen. Absolutely. Tony is a lovely guy to work with. Yeah, we have a lot of respect for him and his family. It's obviously very sad times. Kip Torrance was the performance of the curator, and so yeah, the curator still features in the Dark Pictures. But yeah, all our thoughts go out to Tony.
But be certain, we will meet again. It's inevitable.
For more like this, watch this video next.